What's up, coach? If you're struggling to figure out how to find your niche in fitness, then this video is for you. What's up, coach? I'm Beverly Simpson, the owner of B Simpson Fitness and the founder of the PT Profit Formula and PT Profit Podcast. In today's video, we're working through 5 powerful questions that you can ask yourself when figuring out how to find your ideal client and find your niche inside of fitness. So if you like this video, go ahead, hit like, hit subscribe, and tap that bell to be notified when the next latest and greatest video comes out. Are you ready? Let's dive in. All right, coach, chances are if you're anything like me or the clients that I work with, you might be resisting wanting to determine and figure out a niche or an ideal client. Why? Well, chances are you've had the opportunity to work with all different types of people, which is a good thing because that is actually going to help you determine your niche. And now if you're just coming out of school, you're just coming out of your certification and you want to work with a whole bunch of different people, that's okay. It's still a good thing. These 5 powerful questions that we're going to work through is actually going to help you determine your niche. Now, if you really are resisting not wanting to find a niche, that's okay. I get it and I understand. But you may or may not have heard that the riches are in the niches. And there's a reason why that cliche exists. It's because if you speak to everyone, you speak to no one. And you might miss an opportunity to actually reach your ideal client and somebody who wants and needs to work with you because they won't resonate with your content and they won't know that your content is for them unless you speak specifically to them. And think about it. When was the last time that you had a problem, an issue, or a concern? Did you want to go to the generalist or did you want to go to the specialist? Now, just because you decide to specialize in something, that doesn't mean that you're never going to work with anybody else and only that one specialty. Why? It's because when you focus on a specialty or you focus on a niche, people will know that you are for them. You will work with them, get them incredible results, and you will be able to demonstrate and show authority that you are capable of doing what it is that you say that you do, which is a good thing. When I was personal training in Manhattan, I online was serving my moms, but in person I had a whole bunch of male clients. Or when in my marketing business, when I am working with people and I'm demonstrating results, I actually have a couple people outside of the fitness industry. Why? It's because my content resonated and speaks to the fitness community, but it also demonstrates results. And talent talks, and people will come to talent, and people will come to results. So you're not necessarily cutting yourself off from the people that you want to work with or people that need to work with you when you are speaking and finding your ideal client and giving them results. So let's go into the 5 powerful questions that you can ask yourself to help you find your niche. Number 1, what do you want to talk about? Now, most well-meaning coaches out there will have you ask a question. Who do you serve? Go survey your audiences. And that's actually not where we want to start. Why? Because this is your business and this is about you, and you're going to be doing this for the long haul, day in and day out. So if you're not talking about something that you want to talk about, if you're not talking about something that lights you up, then chances are you're not going to be able to do it when it gets hard. You're not going to be able to stay motivated or stay disciplined because it's not going to be what you want to be talking about. So ask yourself, what do you want to talk about? What lights you up? Because when you're doing that every day, then you'll be able to attract your ideal client. Whether or not they're hanging out with you right now, that's okay. It doesn't matter. Right now, we're just figuring out, we are doing what Stephen Covey teaches us to do in the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, which is work with the end in mind. What do you want to be talking about? Number 2, what is the transformation that you want to provide? So, in the spirit of working with the end in mind, if you had someone who did everything that you said, did everything right, everything was firing off, what are the benefits? What is the transformation that you are going to provide? If there were tangible results, if I were to video the person on the other side, what are the results that they're going to see? This is the goal. This is where the ideal client's going to live what they want. What's that transformation? Because when you can start dreaming into that, when you can start imagining what that is going to be and what those people are going to say when they reach their transformation, you'll start to get a picture of who that person is. Then we can get to question number 3, which is, who is the person that you serve? And it goes deeper than just their demographics. What are their values? Because if you want to speak about weight loss, have you considered that someone who is at the beginning of a weight loss journey that has a 50 or 100 pounds to lose is going to be thinking and feeling very different than someone who's got the last 5 pounds or the last 10 pounds? Do you want to work with beginners, someone who is a novice to strength and conditioning, or do you want to work with athletes or active people? Because where they are in terms of how they think and how they determine their problem, the questions and language that they're using is going to be very different. But it's important that we are able to figure out who these people are so that we can start to create the content using their language that identifies you as the solution, or your program, your vehicle, your core premise as the solution. So we need to know, who is this person? If you're serving moms, think specific. Who is it that you serve? So a busy mom who's working full-time outside of the home and working full-time inside of the home is going to be in a very different position than a homeschooling mom who is working as a stay-at-home mom full-time in the house. Their perspectives and issues and problems are going to be different. Similar, but still different. So the more specific that you can get, the better. Because it's not about only serving one type of person. It's about cutting through the noise. It's about being the answer to someone. Which leads me to the 4th powerful question, which is, what is the problem that you solve? So when you can start getting really clear on what you want to talk about and start getting really clear on the transformation that you want to provide, the solution, the goal, and then you can start getting clear on who that person is, then what is keeping them up at night in the way that they describe the problem? This is going to be very powerful, because when you can cut through that noise and you can speak to that one person, there are going to be many people that are feeling it. Because haven't you ever heard of that saying, what's most personal is often most general? That's going to be how you cut through. Because it's going to feel like you're having a one-on-one conversation with one person who's staying up at night worrying about this problem, but they're not the only one. And chances are they're not staying up at night saying, oh, I need to find a membership. I need a membership. I need a course. I need to find... No, I want you to go deeper. What is keeping them up at night? How am I going to fit into my uniform? How am I going to present when I feel so unhealthy? Why am I losing my patience with my children? Why am I so tired when I sleep 8 hours a night? How do I reduce my stress? I'm so stressed and I can't sleep. This is what's keeping them up at night. And then the fifth question that you can ask yourself, and it's often the hardest to answer, so spend some time here. But why specifically you? Now, it's a brain trigger that the brain is looking for what is new, unique, and revolutionary. And what's going to help set you apart is not just the niche, but specifically why you. Because when you can dismantle any other options, because when you can dismantle objections and discredit other options and create demand for your offer that speaks to a specific problem, you're going to be able to cut through that noise and help your people go on this journey of believing in you, believing in the offer, and then believing in themselves, which will then turn them into a client. But you need to know your niche, and they need to be able to find you. So when you can create the content that speaks specifically to them and to their problem, you're going to be able to do that. So a quick recap on the 5 powerful questions that you could be asking yourself to help you find your niche in fitness. Number 1, what do you want to talk about? Number 2, what is the transformation that you provide? Number 3, who specifically is this transformation for? Number 4, what is the problem that you solve? What is preventing them from getting to that goal? And number 5, why specifically you? Great job on today's training. Friends, if you like this video, go ahead, hit like, and if you haven't already, hit subscribe and tap that bell to be notified when the latest and greatest video comes up. I'll catch you on the next video.